Oh shit, that was supposed to be running on the entire time. Oh well. Anyway, hello and welcome to the stream. Yeah. So, shall we start this match replay / review off, shall we? Yep. Yep. Yeah. So, let's switch over to the game. Just rearrange all my monitors because, yep. Anyway, there we go. There's the game. And yes, I won. So, Slime 9 Sky did give me a very good run for my money, actually, to be fair. He could have won until one event that cost him the entire match. So, yeah. Anyway, so we start with the replay. So we'll start with the replay.
All systems are nominal.
Yep. Underway.
Drinks on the first nugget to lose their kill
This
slot.
could be interesting. Since, yeah.
Watch your animals.
So my fleet was 2 Artemises, 2 Atlases, 2 Berserks, and a Celestra. For a total of 6 Viper Squadrons, 2 Taipans, 2 Assault Raptors, and 2 Raptors.
Nominal, RCS 3, I'm good to go.
2 Debris Mines and 2 Armor Piercers. The start of the match saw 1 Debris Mine on an Artemis, 1 on the Celestra, and 1 on Armor Piercer on Artemis, and 1 on the Celestra for balance. So that way I wouldn't be forced to replace both if I needed to adapt to a situation. Which I thought was the way to go about it.
Waiting for the roar of that first salvo.
Yeah. Yeah, I opened up with the standard Raptor rockets to see what would happen. Answer: not much. The idea being that they are infinite and they can be shot from across the map without a Dratus lock. Thereby, why not use them? They're source of damage. That was my plan. I'm not the best. BSG multiplayer. So, yeah.
Action station. Set condition 1 throughout the ship.
A lot of debris mines were in action. A lot of debris mines. Oh, okay.
Target is 34 by 99.
That animant got a little bit too close.
We're gonna hammer the practice till they can't get back up.
Firing solution is online.
Yep. And
Set secondary battery. Full attack mode. Fire at will.
Adjusting shot.
And that's the moment it turned. As you can see, right in there, debris field followed by a flash shred.
Incoming on fire control.
That was the turning moment of the match.
Target acquisition is screwed. Give me manual control.
He lost
now.
most of his air wing between the debris mine and the Artemis' flight field. He lost most of his air wing in those few seconds. I will admit that going after that adamant before going after the Jupiter was a mistake, as it meant that I had to do that swing around to save one of my Artemises. That was the mistake.
We're taking fire.
And yes, let's use the ARPs to get a good kill on that Jupe. And then Sly Sky forfeited. Yeah. So that was the match replay. Anyway, I said we'd also do a review, so let's get that out of here. And let's bring that up to a decent size if OBS will let me, rather than forcing to reposition it. There we go. So yeah, this is the match review, and it should have a... Yeah, it does have an audio track. I can't hear the audio track though. As... Whoa, on me. OBS has not played sound back to me. So, yeah. So I have to commentate without being able to hear any of the game music. Yeah. Thank you, Night Sky guy. Thank you. You gave me a very good run for my money, I will admit. I think until the debris mine fighter incident, you had it. Until then. 2 Jupiters without airing would have been hard to stop. So yeah, first things first, the Berserks are going to crash into the back of the Atlas because I set them up so that way I had. Because, you know, that's a brilliant way to jump them in, isn't it? Yeah. I got my good luck on, did my good luck on Discord before the match. Yeah.
On it, Commander.
Bring the Celestra in line. As you can see, one round of armor pierces on the Celestra, 1 debris mine on the Celestra. That way, with the other one of each on the Artemis. That way, gunship closing quickly. Armor pierces, have 2 sets of armor pierces out quickly. Don't have to launch the resupply Raptor twice to make the switch. Similar thing if you need debris mines to deal with fighters. You can have both sets ready to go quickly. I thought that was a Cylon fleet with the sheer amount of fighters launching them. That would be, 12 squadrons from the Atlas and the Jupiters, plus 13th from the Adamant. That looked like a Cylon fleet with that many fighter squadrons launching. So yeah, that made me think, oh, that's a Cylon fleet.
Launching Raptors.
And it was like, yeah. I will admit I brought ARPs in the Viper slots on the Atlases. That way I wanted, on the Artemises, as I did want the ARPs in my fleet. However, I did notice something that you can have Raptors for free if you leave the support slots open on the Atlases. So, rather than spend 60 points for ARPs and have to spend 40 points for Raptors elsewhere, 3 Raptors and then only 60 points in the ARPs. That's why there's ARPs in the Atlas slots, in the Artemis slots, with Taipans on the Atlases, I think.
So say we all.
Drinks on the first nugget to lose their kill flag.
9 just in case. Oh yeah, I did try to cross no man's land with that fighter squad in that first Just in case that happened, I could have called him then, but that didn't happen. And yeah, using the multi-select tool to
Understood.
keep ships in formation.
Yes, Commander.
And going by class that way. Trying to minimise the number
Yes,
of
Commander.
collisions, naturally. And of course the fighter groups. I keep struggling this all the way through the rest of the match, is that occasionally some orders aren't, and not. Sometimes fighters won't follow the move to defend a location. No.
Supply raptors are ready.
Pitch out for a second degree mine. It looks like it's going to be a very fighter heavy match. So naturally once the second
Watch
degree
your
mine
info,
is
people. Squadron, on me.
we'll return to it. And that first degree mine is doing nothing. So that was fun. Next is keep up the Artemis dive in case anything does try to cross No Man's Land. This is why I'm starting to think, okay, this is not a silent fleet, as I haven't been. Nothing has come across to scout me yet. That way, nothing is coming across to get missile locks or figure out what is easy to torpedo. And those things are stacked very, very close to each other, which silence can't really do. You can't really stack two base stars into each other, nor can you stack anything else. So I was starting to think, okay. And yeah. Bring the fighters to where the Artemises will be ending their turn. That way, any torpedo strikes end in the Artemises. I have my entire fighter, well, my entire air wing there, so I don't have to raise flag just yet. Trying not to show that I have battle stars, as that would mean the other person, that would mean the Sky Guy would have known I had colonials, despite the debris mine. But hey, keeping guessing at the at what is what, about how many battle stars I did bring. And wait for the turn to tick. They don't restock munitions automatically, but if you dock them again, they'll launch with a full reload. So they are infinite. The Raptor rockets are.
Nominal, I'm good to go.
When you're dealing with long multiplayer matches, which can just be back and forth, we were going for an hour. I think this is going to be a 15-minute review. Yeah, we got a long way to go. We're throwing things at each other for an hour.
So say we all.
Having munitions that restock is nice, and the normal Raptors and the Assault Raptors are they have the only munitions for colonials that are basically infinite. So it's worth keeping those squadrons alive.
Yes, sir.
Trying to see if I can get a lucky. I think that's it. Can I get a lucky shot with this debris mine here? No. Sky Guy did try the same thing later on in the match, and this is okay, I need to start thinking about crossing No Man's Land now because I can't win a protracted munitions launch war. If this is what's going to happen, if not, I'm going to get bored and I'm going to start making mistakes. As that happens with me. So the next thing was, okay, let's start trying to climb out of the plane so we can go and scout the Raptors without being intercepted too quickly. That way, we can get Drader's locks, figure out what we're dealing with, And maybe use those armor piercers with borders. Yep, I think that's just panning around. You can see I am still lower than the enemy. And I'm assuming turn's going to tick any minute now. This might be... oh, that's a debris mine. It might be debris mine on the third enemy for my fleet. There might not be, I can't see, because this video is not the best. Yep. And yeah, just waiting for the test. Most of the match was like this with both fleets. I was wanting to attack the cross first. As I was getting bored of the whole circle around each other, circle around each other, circle around each other. So I decided to cross No Man's Land first. Might turn that down a bit since we have moved over to... it should have by now moved over to Town of Territory ones. It might be better than music. A little bit more maybe. Yeah. One thing that is annoying about this fleet build is that the Atlases do drop very quickly from protection from the Artemis's flight field. It might be an idea to bring sweepers in future, maybe. I don't know. As those Atlases are horribly vulnerable to torpedo strikes. In the current fleet, in that fleet build, so I might need to change that a bit, I think. The Berserks generally actually outdive the Artemises, so if the Salons are firing down at them, from a diagonal, they should be relatively protected by the Artemises still. Yeah. Everybody, both sides are still going. Do I want to commit to an air war? And I think the fair answer is no. Let's see if we can lure someone into my debris mines. That's what's going on. Right, again, we're waiting for it to tick. Hey, so Octopus. This is what I'm going to be taught. Oh, you made this mistake, this mistake, this mistake, this mistake. I would have pushed you here, 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 and here. Listen to it. This is what's going to happen now. Yeah. Yeah. Neither side wants to commit to an airport. Yeah, no, I understand. Competitions in tournaments in progress don't want to give anybody unfair. Don't want to give anyone unfair advice. That's fair enough. Or you don't want to be mean, which is fair enough as well. Yeah, so this is a. Let's keep the Raptors climbing and see if we can get a successful scouting off with them. That doesn't really happen at all for the rest of the match. And now I've realised I've dived so much that my flak will no longer protect me, so let's start maybe not diving so much. And then I thought, you know what? I am very, very, very slow at crossing this no man's land. Let's try boosting. Then my next thought was, and I'll wait for it. I'll wait. I know there's only 98 seconds for me to change my mind in the video, so I'll keep waiting. Yeah, this was to bring all the squadrons together that way as a defended location. That way, if it is what I think it is, which is Vespid bombers, I should have enough there to stop it before it absolutely cripples one of my Artemises. And I thought, if that's Vespids coming in, I will in a minute. Oh yeah, so let's just buff the armor on the Artemises. Since, you know, we had so many turns of closing to contact, it was worth it to bring the Celestial along, I think, for the extra armor buffs. But my thought was, okay, if that is Vespid bombers coming in, if I'm going in at full boost, I have the debuff to engineering, that'll hurt, so I stopped the boost and just went in normally. As if you're going to take a pounding from, you know, something, let's not go in with the weak engineering. And of course, another volley of Raptor rockets to see what we can get hits on. And incoming mine. Which was fun. So first thought was, is this a high explosive mine going to basically hit my atlases and break them? That one turns immediately, basically stop them on their course. You know, despite the fact you don't have to do much leading to hit an atlas with the mine. Stop them in their courses and get them turned around and going different ways. We call the Raptors as we just spent the rockets, so let's get a restock on them. Whilst we still have atlases to do that. And then, well, what's that? Where's that mine going? That's the next thought. Is actually, where is that mine going? Or is it just, let's keep crossing across this land, across no man's land, and see what happens? That might be what's happening right now. And that's oh, that mine is actually heading for the Artemises. And now it's a case of, well, how do I save my Artemises? Boost and black. No, not on this one. That's not enough. We'll just damage the armor on the other Artemis. If we know that the mine is now heading for the Artemis, we'll get the atlases back in formation. But we'll bring them to boost. And yeah, Berserks climb back so they can be protected by that. Celestra. Hope it doesn't hit the mine. I think there was the official strategy there. And that window should be shut, but it's not. And as you can see, I did not know anything at all about his fleet at that point. I still thought I was possibly facing a Cylon fleet. Yep. I'll just get the window shut now. So wait, that's my knee on the desk. I'll bring it again. There we go. Should be nice and muffled now if it does happen again. So yeah, back wall up, and yeah, that was a debris mine. And that's my signal. Oh. This is not Cylons, this is Colonial. And I got really, really lucky there with that, whereas I had not been moving my fighter squadrons at all. I could have lost them all. So I got lucky. Very lucky. Yeah. And as you can see, that's a Battlestar. Right in the back. So both sides revealed that they had Battlestars with their flight fields. And Given the fact that he has 2 stacks, one on top of each other, and we are limited to 2 capitals, 2 of the same capital ship. It's fairly obvious that whatever is in one stack is duplicated in the other now. And I thought it was Jupiter Mark IIs. Because, yeah, that was a bit of a stupid mistake, I think, on my part. But it kept me at range of Sky Ice Fleet for a while. Yeah.
On it, Commander.
So, I think this is oh, let's get these fighters out of here so that way they don't hit the debris mine. And recall the Raptors. Oh, these are already on recall from a previous turn. And okay, if he's taking his pot shots at my fighters with debris mines, I think it's only fair that I start trying to do that myself at some point in the future. This was a fun part of watching it back and trying to move what we did already. Yeah. So, come on, debris mine when. I know I start making pot shots with these, so the entire map starts being filled up with them. Towards the end. Anything for this next take once more. Yeah. Yep, make sure the artificers don't slam into each other. That's a nice thing to do. And nothing much happened that turn at all. At this point I start thinking, probably start trying to close across this gap faster. As if I take too long, I am going to get caught by a debris mine. So, yeah.
Launching drone.
Reinforcing the top armor on the Artemises. Since I've dove so far below the enemy fleet by now, any damage is going to be coming onto definitely going to be hitting the top side and whatever side I decide to show to the enemy fleet. So, yeah, that's fine. And that's a look at the stack, and no guess. That stack can only be 2 things, one on top of the other, Atlas and Jupiter. And of course we both talked during the match using the in-game chat. Didn't actually want to use Discord voice chat, but we didn't in the end. Yes, nobody wanted to be the first one to make the move. Again, relaunching the Raptors, and at this point I think, did I remember to relaunch the Raptors from this Atlas? So zoom in, yep, we have the launching symbol, so yes, we are launching Raptors. Which is nice. There's another round of rockets would be nice. And then the turn ticks. And once again, the Artemises are going to slam into each other, so that's fun. And once again, try and get the Raptors out for some scouting whilst avoiding that massive fighter block. And if Robot Penguin is around, he'll call me out on that same, as he knows I only know how to play Colonial. I don't know how to play Cylon at all. Yeah. He'll call me out on that same if he is around. really calling out like the same as it is the truth. I am familiar with glimmers. I am not at all familiar with silence, but oh well. And can I use these atlases to shoot at the enemy fighters? You know, just a little bit of damage, force them to retreat, or you know, we soften them up for later. Might be nice. That's, I think, what I'm thinking is there. Let's just go and slam into the Artemis. Let's not let that happen. As we're trying to buff the Artemis and not destroy it. I shall stop on a bit more, obviously. Yeah. This was a how much more armor plating can I get onto these things before we actually go in and battle? As it would be nice to not worry about that too much. And once again, waiting for the turn to tick. Not much to talk about right now, just as we wait for both sides to be ready. And once again, not much happens, apart from the adamant swings around to approach my fleet, probably trying to get Drader's locks. So now I'm going to get my raptors diving instead of climbing, and I'm going to try and use them to scout the what future me knows as the adamant. What current me, what past me did not know at all. Did not know what it was at all. This was a try and get them with a debris mine where they sit, which was the plan there. If they sat there, they'd have been got by a debris mine, which would have been nice. If you're still around, if you don't deploy a debris mine out to its maximum extension, does it do more? Is it more concentrated? Does it do more damage per second? Do you know that? And now I realise, hey, that's almost in range of an Atlas. Yeah. As I'd assume, for gameplay reasons, it doesn't increase in damage if you make it a more dense field. But by common sense, if it's a more dense field, it should deal more damage. Yeah, that deployment there is not a full-length deployment. Unfortunately, we won't get to see if it does do more damage as those fighters aren't sitting there, unfortunately. So just once again reaffirming the Raptor move. Look, order, bring the Berserks. Nope, no, the Berserks get no order this turn. And once again we wait for the turn to tick. So yeah, now my mouse won't be seen on this, will it? Nope. Yeah. But now the block. Now we're actually starting to get to the point where things actually start shooting at each other. Yep, I did not want to spend a leaving just using the dumbfire Raptor rockets. And as you can see, both sides launched debris mines with the hope of getting the others fighters with them. And now switching out the debris mines for armor piercers, starting to close to actual, gun range. So those might be useful at some point. Of course, the Atlas Jupiter stacks are pretty much immune to armor piercers right now due to their bearing. Jupiter's flak fields will catch it all. But, hey, maybe we can get the adamant with them. And of course the Artemises are now going bow on pretty much to try and close the Artemis. As, you know, having the BDCs would be nice, but it's nicer in this case to actually see what we're shooting at. So we can use the armor piercers later. Into full attack and hope we can close fast enough to get some good hits with the artillery. And yes, now I know that my fleet has been spotted. That turns I've had to do armor work. Why not? Anyway, once again, I think that's just double checking the atlases, see if we can we get to a slot? Nope. One range. And this is now well, what's left to buff on these things. And wow, this is a very slow turn by my standards. Then again, I'm probably making all sorts of mistakes, so I do quite often miss things such as practice being able to launch munitions like that. Yep, it's quite common for me to go, oh god, can I please uncancel my end turn? I think I went all the way down to the time. Yeah. 2, 1, and go. Yeah, of course the Artemis misses pretty much every single hit. Adamant gets rid of the mauling, but not it's not been absolutely killed just yet. Now we can go. We're not going to catch an Adamant with Artemis, so go broadside on to get the PDCs in for a couple of turns before it falls away. And let's of course try once more with the debris mines to hit the enemy fighter formation. As it's worked so well so far in this match, you know, let's keep making pot shots at these things and see maybe if we get one hit. Yeah, I probably would have done better if I had used my own fighters to make it tempting and lure them into the path of the green line. But, oh well. And see if we can use the berserks to hit on that poor Adamant a bit more. Oh no, actually going after the fighters. It's hard to remember what I did half an hour ago. It's actually, it must almost be an hour now. Yeah. So, I think that's the rear Artemis that has real chance. Or is it both Artemises being told to go at the Adamant? That's about to pull out of range of the Atlases, so I believe they get told to focus on fighters instead, or maybe not. I can't remember. And I think, is that another debris pot shot? That must be another debris pot shot being made there. That's it. If they come charging at my fleet now, I'm good. Get the delivery raptors underway to get the armor piercers to the Artemis. And only 41 seconds left on the turn. Something's got to happen in it. You know, it's got to wrap up pretty soon. Oh yeah, call the Raptors back, as you know, we're not gonna be. There's no point boarding. It's not a Cylon ship, and it's retreating. So not the best thing to try boarding, and also it would still be nice to have them out to use them fire rockets. That's the thinking there in terms of flying them back. A few more pot shots taken at the Artemis. It does, yeah. I think there's more case I was thinking. It isn't going to be as effective against these ships as it would be against Cylons. It's not worth the risk of the squadron itself to get to try the board. So I think that's what's going on there. If it was a Cylon ship, I think I would have made the risk to try a boarding action, but I don't know. That's okay. And this is it. Okay, can I get... This hasn't worked at all so far, but can I get anything with these debris mines before they get swapped out for armor piercers? So yeah, I'm right on the Jupiter point, but not on the Mark II point. As what Atlas for Jupiter Mark II would be 3,850 per stack. That would not leave enough for a adamant at all. Because no, it's 3,750 per stack or per pair. So that would not leave enough for an, and that still would leave enough for an adamant. Am I right in that maths? I think I'm right in that maths. Yeah, now it's a case of, well, what's a worthwhile target? And I think I messed up by not giving that Artemis a target of a squadron. Oh, there we go. Figured it out. Well, that's just the Atlases. That's on a recall still, and yeah, that's the debris mine part. Oh, well, we go. Have I figured it out that I should be targeting, or did that just time out the squadron to target something? I can't remember. Oh, that's the turn tick, and yeah. I think after seeing the Artemis firing on it by itself, this turns like, oh, that's what I should have been doing. So now I remember that, hey, I should be targeting these things with the Artemises. And I hate it when my formations fall apart. Pull the Celestra in closer, so that way, you know, the armor drones don't have too far to go. And that's okay, there's too many debris mines around my fleet. Let's try and pull the fighter squadrons away, so that way they're less likely to get hit by the debris mines. And then it's a case of, right, let's use both Artemises to target the enemy fighter squadrons. And try and shoot something down before it can retreat to safety. And I think that's pretty much everything going on there. This is out of range to do anything effective unless the fighters come in to range. We have the Taipans sitting around for something. And that's the turn. I think that's take them out that way, so that way they can avoid the fighter blob between me and the enemy fleet, and then try and hit the adamant with the Taipans to destroy it before it can do anything else. And that's the plan there. And this is the world of hurt. That is the world of hurt. That is the turning point of the match. Everything that went through that field got mauled. And then, of course, me being the compassionate soul that I am, thought, So yeah, everything there is just on the verge of the flag field. It's just been mauled by the debris mound. It's on the verge of the flag field. And I just realised, I want to get in on that. I want to break those Vipers, because they're now nice and vulnerable. And weak. And yeah. I want to get in on that. I don't want to lose my own Vipers to the debris field, so it was like, I'll send them on the opposite side of the debris field. And then when his are retreating to try and get repaired, I can jump them. And that was the plan. Maybe have that one. That way, if he did try to retreat, that arc could paint the squad, could paint the target, and give my Vipers trying to chase his a better chance of shooting them down before they got home. Yeah, that was the turning point of the entire match, though. As at that point, the balance of power had shifted.
Yes, sir.
There's addressing the Artemis Heights, so that one can fire over the other without shooting it. Celestial can fire over her Seer without having to worry about hitting it. Yeah, and debris mines. The one thing that gets everyone. Although I'm going to say now, those Viper squadrons are not dead. If they immediately climbed this turn and then next turn did a recall, they could have escaped. They might have taken a bit of damage if they went to the edge of the flat field, but they probably could have made a climb to escape from the mauling that they were about to fly into. But yeah, as it stood, Artemis on full flag, full defensive posture, flag field. Not as good as the Jupiter, but still damn good. And at this point I've realised that, yeah, I've got this. Yeah, I think it would have been possible for those Viper squadrons to make a climb and get out of there, and then make it back to the Atlantis and the Jupiters to They could have made the climb to get out of that, I think. Anyway, now I've just realised that, hey, I have air superiority. So, I can stop being timid. I can start going after his ships now. I don't have to use my Vipers to protect against his air wing. I can start going after targets. And hey, why have we sent the Taipans around there? Now that the fighter blob is dead, we can go at his ships with impunity. Yep. Do you think the Vipers could have made the climb to escape the so they didn't have to fly to the Artemis flight field? Like, made the climb to avoid the debris field and the flight field? I think they could. And yeah, now we're basically wrapping up. That is where we are. Yeah. I mean, I did have my position to try and intercept anything trying to make it back. But it's fair to say I think a good number could have been. Yeah. Nope. At this point, I still can't see whether it's a Jupiter or Jupiter Mark II at the bottom of that stack. And yeah, colonial repairs are not fast at all. So yeah, at this point, the battle is almost a foregone conclusion, with one side having no air power left. Yeah. I've got mine to come back and just wipe up the remains of the spikers. Why not? I think the Artemis is being called. The Adamant has called it to be called its. Didn't do much good though. And yeah, now we see why it was such a good idea to buff the Artemis's armor, as that one there has very little left right now. That's after it's lost the extra 20 it had from the Celestial before it went in. And that's me applying the first rule, which is my first rule dealing with a ship with a lot of damage, which is turn into the enemy rather than turn away. As you tend to find you get ships in that battered quadrant out of fire quicker than if you try and turn away. And I realise if I try and turn in, I'm going to get panned by the second Jupiter on the left whilst I'm making the turn. So turning away might be a superior option this time. And now the question is, what do I target first? Of course, the Taipans are above, so Atlas it is. And yes, my mistake in this battle, well, I made two mistakes, and one's already happened, which was targeting the Adamant first rather than going straight for the Jupiter. As the reason why one of the Artemis's eye is so battered already is because I wasted time targeting the Adamant on the Jupiter, which meant that I was a little bit slower taking it down the Jupiter, and that meant it had time to maul my Artemis. Not that it mattered in the end, but it certainly wasn't the best move I made. The next one is still to come though. This is a can I have one spring one way and the other one spring the other? No. Too close. Get the Berserks to join in the pounding. And of course there goes the Berserk, and now the enemy, and then now the Artemis is focus fire on the Jupiter. And we're getting damage done. That one has managed to get his battered side away from the enemy. It's nice. And then I realised, oh, these aren't let's attach these two again. Not moving tandem. Switch out that one's armor piercing rounds, and as you can see, it was a good thing the Celeste was there. That was getting close to not having enough armor. Keep the Taipans on the offensive, and I bet someone's figured out my second mistake. Of course, paint the target and let's launch munitions at them as well from the arts. It's those. That's it. Are we painting target? We must be with this one. And yep, he's still targeting the Jupiter. And I believe the Atlases are now told to target the Jupiter. Well, basically, I want this thing dead. And that was my second mistake. Not keeping an eye on my Vipers. As, yeah. That was my second mistake. As I've just lost my entire airing. So, yeah, mistakes were made on both sides involving the loss of massive loss of Vipers. But, oh well. And of course, that's how the Atlas took damage. I think he still could have won it if I mean, I had seen how much damage from my Artemis had taken. Sure, it might not have been quite such a foregone conclusion. It might have been lost. I don't know. I don't know. I had another set of arm-piercing rounds ready to go, pretty much, and once that second Jupiter went down, there's not much an Artemis can do, and I mean an Atlas can do to save itself. The Artemis could have just sat below them for hours, smashed them with artillery, and the Berserks were a nice cherry on top of the pie. So, yeah. And that was it, the forfeit. And that was the match in total. Yeah. So, tell you what. We'll just do the replay once more. And then we'll call the stream there, as I have screenshots to harvest.
All systems are nominal. Drinks on the first nugget to lose their kill class.
So I guess I'm through to round 2, which means that if Dieter Galante wins his match, there will be the requested screenshot on mass match,
I hate the quiet before the first
which would be nice. Yeah. The last set of screenshots and GIFs I posted to the Game Media channel was with this fleet.
not the drill.
I was a bit worried about being on the first match, as if I messed up for round 1, I've been a bit embarrassed, I will fully admit. But yeah, being able to sit back now for a week is going to be nice and watch the battles come in. So, yeah.
Waiting for the roar of that first salvo.
So, yeah. Unfortunately, most of the replay is just both sides' Vipers flying around, as neither one wants to commit to an air war.
Slip to them as well.
Action station. Set condition 1 throughout the ship.
For some reason that
Target is 3-4.
always has problems. It had that problem at the start of the stream, that bit of the replay.
Escort clear zone intact. Priority 1 is to stay there.
We're gonna hammer the fracas till they can't get back
Yeah.
up.
Firing solution is online. Set secondary battery. Full attack mode. Fire at will.
Adjusting shot by .29.
And there's the Vipers in the debris field. And then the flak to
Boss incoming and fire squad.
basically put the hammer in the coffin. The last nail in the coffin.
Target acquisition is
Oh.
Get me manual controls now.
Yeah.
Firing on target.
That was my aim. Did feel a bit guilty for doing it this way with the record the match and then show it back. But on second thoughts, being able to actually talk and react to chat properly is probably the better option to go through. Yeah. It means I can actually talk with chat and talk about what the mistakes were, what I thought was good and what happened. And the arcs were just the last bit to finish it off. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you are new to this channel, there is that follow button above. I will probably be doing something similar next week for round 2. So yes, I will be, win or lose, I will be doing this again for round 2. I'll tell you what, before we go too far, let's just get the Discord channel up. Not that one though. That's not where we want to go. Tournament announcers. No, that one. Okay. This is. I'd never really do this before. And display 2. Okay. And there we go. So. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see, I am down here. I was against Sly Sky this week. Next week, well, next week round 2, I'm against either Teacher Galante or MacLeod 1, whoever wins their match. So, yep, next week will either be me versus MacLeod 1, or me and Teacher Galante's mass screenshot match. Anyway, that will be next week. I will be streaming again later this week, probably playing Star Sector. That was my aim for tonight, but hey, we had this instead. It's been great. Anyway, so yeah, that'll be the aim for later this week is Star Sector. Next week will be more Battlestar Galactica Deadlock tournament. And so, thank you all for watching. If you're new to this channel, why not hit that follow button above to let you know I go live, and why would you like to know that? Similarly, everything on this channel is basically funded by the community. Hardware upgrades, new games, new gaming DLC, all of that is funded by subscriptions. So please, if you like what you see here, and you would like to see the channel improve, hit that subscribe button as well. Did I say follow or subscribe earlier? I do not know, but oh well. Yep, so anyway, that is all from me. I will see you all next time. In the meantime, this is Phased out.